right, brake check complete. As you can see, not the best weather, and we actually experienced a first this morning. A tornado warning.
Ooh.
Yeah, they do that here in Alabama. And I don't think that the trip we're about to take is going to get us too far away from this weather because we're a simple 45 minutes down the road to Tuscaloosa today.
Yep, not too bad a drive.
We'll be staying at the first state park we stayed at here in Alabama, so that should be interesting. Just loaded up in the rainy weather, about to hit the road. Tuscaloosa time. Okay, we got some things to talk about. We told you yesterday when we were leaving Birmingham that we got delayed because of tornado warnings.
Yeah, so we're from Charleston, so we're familiar with some crazy weather sometimes. Like, we're used to use the hurricanes, but
Yeah, hurricane country for sure.
tornadoes are something different.
Different animal altogether. And it's funny because at our RV park in Birmingham, we are actually 30 feet from a tornado siren.
Yeah.
And just last week, they were testing it. And I was sitting in the RV and it scared the bejesus out of me.
I mean, those things are designed to, like, make that noise for miles.
Yes.
And so you're like 30 feet from it? I can't even imagine how loud that was.
It was shocking. It was shocking for sure. That was so wild, y'all. It felt like the tornado alarm was on top of my RV. That was so wild. Okay, well, if you weren't aware, Alabama is tornado country, and they got a shelter right down the road. I think that was just a test. I hope that was just a test. And, you know, unfortunately, that tornado did affect a lot of people, especially in Kentucky, so condolences for their families.
Yeah.
So being that we ended up getting here late, it turned into one of those situations that we found ourselves frequently in where we don't know what it looks like until the very next day. So good morning.
Good morning. What's out there this morning? So we got here in the dark, but when I say dark, it wasn't even that late.
So we have a debate amongst ourselves about daylight savings.
Yeah.
I think it sucks, but does it suck? Because you spring forward and fall back, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But what is actually the real time? Like, would it actually be lighter earlier or lighter later if there were no daylight savings time? I get confused.
Daylight savings is stupid. That's what I say. And if I'm wrong and it's the other way around, please let me know in the comments below.
We should know. We were in Arizona, and Arizona is one of the few states that doesn't even have daylight savings time.
I don't know. I get so confused. Time zones, daylight savings, all that. We got here late last night, and it's a huge park, by the way. But the area that we're in, we're the only people in this area.
Yeah.
So it's either like a really sweet spot or we walked into like a scary horror movie.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that when we were setting up last night. I was like, with the right music,
Yeah.
this would be really creepy.
I'm waiting for Jason to pop up out of the lake.
Yeah.
We woke up to a beautiful scene. Our bedroom window actually faces that lake right there.
Lake Lurleen.
Absolutely. So yeah. Oh, I guess we haven't mentioned where we are.
There you go.
Lake Lurleen State
Lurleen.
Park. Lurleen? Is that what it is? Okay, well, we'll go with that. Now, it's time to do some exploring. Stop number 1 for the day. A little bit of history here in Tuscaloosa. We're actually standing at Capitol Park, which is the site of, bet you didn't know this, Alabama State Capitol at one point.
Yeah, 1826 to 1846, I believe.
Before it became Montgomery.
And when it left, actually 50% of the population left with it. But it seems to have rebounded. Tuscaloosa is actually the 5th largest city in Alabama right now.
It's actually a really cute town.
Yeah, which I don't think we mentioned, by the way. Birmingham is number 1. That's where we're at.
Yeah, and we didn't know that until we found out that Tuscaloosa was
Number
5.
five, yeah.
So shows what kind of historians we are. This building burned down back in 1923.
Yeah, that's what you see behind us is the ruins, what's left.
Yeah. So anyways, it's a really popular spot for wedding photography, stuff like that. There's actually some of that going on right now. And we just came to check it out, see what it was like. Thinking this area turns into an absolute-ish show.
Absolutely.
On game day.
In case you didn't know, college football is kind of a thing in Alabama.
Yeah, if you're a big-time college football fan, you're in the Mecca right now. Behind us, Bryant-Denny Stadium, home to the University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, which, by the way, can be used as any part of a sentence. A noun, a verb, a greeting, a goodbye, just a proclamation. I mean, last night we heard somebody tell somebody, happy birthday, Roll Tide.
Yeah, happy birthday, Roll Tide. I imagine if you ever get a chance to come watch a football game at this stadium, you should probably do it. Unfortunately, the SEC championship was last weekend, so it's a couple weeks till Alabama's actually in the college football playoff for anybody that cares about sports out there. So,
side note, pro tip, if you're walking around and you're lost and you need help in any sort of situation in Alabama, all you got to do is say Roll Tide and someone's guaranteed to help you.
Absolutely.
Here we are at the Riverwalk, which I believe is mostly an outdoor trail that runs along the river. What river is that?
This is the Black Warrior River. The trail is 4.5 miles.
Pretty good size, and it does run along some bars and restaurants on the way.
But we're here for a very specific mission right now.
Yes, we're on the hunt for monsters.
That's right.
As you may know, we like to use Adventure Labs, which are essentially little scavenger hunts made by Geocache, to get to know an area a little bit better and find things that you may not have been looking for. This particular one was an art project where they got elementary school kids to draw monsters, and then they turned them into little bronze statues that are hidden in plain sight.
Okay, let's go find them.
Let's go find some monsters. This is a vampire cat with a baby vampire cat, in case you couldn't tell. It's so cute. It was designed by Deuce Hollingsworth.
Shout out to Deuce. Okay, monster number 2, here we come.
Let's go.
All right, there he is. Creepy cat monster by some deranged child.
It's a meow meow monster, get it right.
Okay.
It's cute. From the west, between which set of bollards is this monster?
So which way is west? Or wait, which way is the sun?
I don't know.
I don't think that's gonna solve it.
Monster number 3, check. Monster number 3 happened to be right beside the Tuscaloosa River Market, which we wanted to go to, but it's only on Saturdays. All right, time to get down to business. We're close to the next one. Do you see it? This one has been removed.
Oh, really?
Apparently, it says the monster has been removed. The answer you need is 2. Apparently, though, it had noodly appendages, so that's fun.
Noodly appendages. Creepy kids and their creepy monsters.
It's the pier to nothing. The only excuse I can think of for it is that they're like, well, this is the Riverwalk, and we haven't showed you the river in a little bit, so...
Yeah, here's a
Here you
little
go.
platform, and there's the river.
Last monster. Now there's like 18 of them, but this particular adventure lab goes through 5 of them. I guess 4 since one's missing, but there's also a part 2 that goes the other way where you can find the rest of the monsters. So we're looking for a monster with a tornado hat. Blah, blah, blah. He's angry, he has tornado. Are you serious? This
What?
one's been removed too.
Oh, we've been duped twice?
This is so ridiculous.
Oh, man. Okay, well, at least the Riverwalk is cool, right?
Yeah, and maybe you have a better luck on the other one. I don't know.
Yeah, well, hey, we tried, Joe. Trying to show you all the things, but
We saw 3 cute bronze monsters, so that's a plus.
good job, kids.
Well, that may not quite have been the adventure we wanted it to be. But I still think it's really cool that there's these little monsters hidden in plain sight along the way, and I'm pretty sure the people that walk around this regularly don't even realize they were there.
No, a couple of people were looking at us funny, like, what are they pointing that camera at? Because they're small, you know?
They're very small. Either way, the Riverwalk is very beautiful. And I think if somebody lived around here, it'd be a nice place to just walk around.
Absolutely. If I was in Tuscaloosa, I'd take advantage of it.
Last morning in Tuscaloosa.
Brunch time.
Actually, breakfast time. For
Oh,
once
yeah,
we made it
actually.
in time for that. It's 9 a.m.
Yeah, feed our faces and then go pack up and head back to Birmingham. Okay, so I actually ordered the omelet because I didn't want to get the big chicken biscuits and gravy meal because I thought I was going to be... Yeah, what in the heck, man? Things like half the plate.
We tried to find the most Bama mural we could, so roll tide.
Roll Tide.
If you want to find it, it's in front of bamastuff.com store. Pretty easy to find.
Tuscaloosa time, it's over.
Time to go home.
But before we go...
Project RV Campground review. It's due.
Sorry.
Stop there.
It's doop. Anyways, so Lake Lurleen State Park.
Lurleen.
Could be that.
It's definitely Lurleen. I told you pronounced it wrong.
$31 a night. 30 amp hookups.
Only. No sewer, but they do have a dump station.
They say they have Wi-Fi.
Give you a password and everything.
It's not real.
Never saw it.
And if you have AT&T or Verizon, because we have the jetpack with the Verizon, the cell phones with AT&T, none of it really worked.
Maybe one bar.
Our WeBoost did give us 1 extra bar.
Yes, so we could check our emails, but not much more.
Park itself is beautiful, for sure.
Even though it was pretty dead right now, it's kind of the off season. I think it will probably be popping during the summer.
I was talking to Roger, the park ranger, this morning as he was feeding the ducks for sunrise, and he was saying that the area that we're in, where we're the only RV in the whole section of that part of the park, is normally like the hot spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said, but because it's cold, you know, there obviously aren't that many people, so they just kind of group them near the entrance normally. I just picked a secluded spot, so it didn't turn into a horror movie.
No, thankfully, we're still alive.
It was just pretty.
Overall, we had a great time in Tuscaloosa. Didn't really know what to expect. Only had a short amount of time, but I think we did a good job with it, with what we had.
We did what we could, Jill.
And a huge thank you to Cody Bounds, another travel nurse that I work with who happens to be from Tuscaloosa, who gave us a lot of the things on our list for us to go visit and see.
Yes, definitely one of the perks of Victoria being at these hospitals and all these places we've never been is people that work there are from there.
Yeah.
So very informative, and we appreciate it every time. So that's a wrap, right?
That's a wrap.
Okay, well, you know where to find us next Sunday.
And until then, roll tide.